Yman.
Good morning again.
Morning po.
Looking for Hermione. Si Hermione lang wala. And
Sir
James.
Yman.
Yes po. Ano yun year yet?
Sir Yman.
Hmm?
Sir, hello?
Yes, ano yun?
Sir Yman, kailan tatlong teacher lang nandyan?
Yes. As usual.
Bakit naman po?
Lagi naman ganun, di ba?
Wala po tao sa baba.
Walang tao sa baba. Wala rin si...
Bakit? Bakit naman po?
Wala eh. Walang tao sa baba. Ewan ko lang, baka meron tao doon. Hindi lang
Sana. Hindi naman.
Anyway, so let's start na. Let's start our lesson since mukhang hindi naman yata atin si Hermione.
Sa atin, may sakit sa ata po. May araw na.
Okay, let's start. So last time, nakikita niyo na yung aking screen. Right, so last Monday, we did some basic stretching exercises that we could do after getting tired from sitting all day in school, right? So ito yung mga exercises na pinagawa ko sa inyo. First is the shoulder shrugs and upper back stretch. So testing natin. Shoulder shrugs. Let's do shoulder shrugs. Nawala si Mateo. Mateo, where's your cam?
Teka lang po, ayusin ko lang po yun. Teka lang po.
Okay na? Okay. Try natin. Shoulder shrugs. Paano shoulder shrugs? For 10 counts. 10 plus 10 counts. Shoulder shrugs. Ready? Go. Si Yuan naman nawala. Oh, shoulder shrugs tayo. Shoulder shrugs. Mateo, hindi ko nakikita ng nag-shoulder shrugs. Up. Okay. Dali natin yan. Alright. Okay na. Okay, next ay, ano yung sunod natin ginawa? Nakapagpasa na ba kayo ng inyong assignment dito?
Opo,
Opo.
opo.
Okay, that's good. Ang hindi lang yata nakapagpasa ay si ano eh. Si Chris. Ayun nga, si James. James na din nakapagpasa. Okay, Uriel, hindi ka pa nakapagpasa ng ng research for January 5th.
TLE po.
No, MAPEH. Sa MAPEH hindi ka pa nakapag-submit ng iyong Okay? Pero sa sa Get Active at School yun, nakapagpasa ka na. Stretching exercises while sitting. Okay, so next natin ay nawala yung slide ko. Ayan, upper back stretch. Okay, upper back stretch. Okay, sa likod ang kamay. You're going to interlace your fingers and then stretch back. Okay, itutulak niyo yung ulo niyo pag ganun. Pero huwag naman kayo yung. Okay, itutulak niyo yung pa-wide Kailangan ma-wide yung inyong mapunta sa itulak niyo patalikod yung inyong siko para ma-stretch ang likod. Okay? 9, 10. Okay na ako. Okay. Okay, next. Anong sunod natin ginawa? Okay, neck tilts. Ito yung headbend na ginagawa natin sa stretching, Neck tilts. So, dito muna tayo sa kanan. Okay. I-stay lang there. Stay lang. Kailangan maramdaman nyo dito na nai-stretch yung leg na yan. Okay. Pag medyo, pag 10 counts na, then go to your other side. Okay. Sa left naman. Huwag mo isama yung katawan mo, Hermione. Sabi ni Hermione. Sumama yung buong katawan eh. Okay, next is hand and finger stretch. Tama, hindi pala, wrist, forearm stretch para. Wrist and forearm stretch. Ayun na, wrist and forearm stretch. So, una yung ganito muna. Okay, for 10 counts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then rotate your hands downwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Then hands, finger stretch. Sorry. And sumama na yung back and hip stretch. Okay, so hand and fingers shrugs. Okay, ganun muna. Ramdam mo yan, na binubuka niyo yan. Ano? Ramdam niyo binubuka yung mga fingers niyo. Ay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then close your knuckles. Ito naman. Yung knuckles naman. Para ka nang gigigil. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then back and hip stretch. Go, back and hip stretch. Look at the picture. Paano ba yan? Back and hip stretch. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side. Yung other leg naman. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Okay na yan. Okay, so last time na nagka-try ng PE lesson, we discussed about physical fitness. Tandaan niyo pa ba physical fitness? Oh, hindi na yata. So we should remember that an effective way of starting to become physically fit is making exercise a hobby. Kailangan pala yung exercise gagawin nating hobby natin. So pang-araw-araw natin gagawin na yan. Pero ang tanong, what is exercise muna? Ano nga ba exercise? So ngayon kasi ang topic natin is about principle of exercise. Okay? Malinaw ba yung boses ko? Or what?
Medyo hindi po.
Medyo hindi malinaw.
Parang madilim na boses. Mahina, parang
Mahina pa? So, dapat nakatulog.
mahina. Napakahina.
Napakahina. How about kay Angel, kay Uriel and Hermione? Mahina ba ang dating ni Sir Yman?
Konti lang po.
Konti. Okay. Actually, naka-maximize na yan. Naka-maximum na yung volume ko. Let's check my mixer.
Naka-microphone po kayo, yung ganon.
What do you think? Ito ngayon, nakikita sa aking camera. Kasi
Kaya pala madilim ang boses.
okay, naka-maximum ako yan. Hello, sound check, test mic, 1, 2. Okay na ba?
Mahina pa din po.
Mahina pa rin.
Opo. Medyo parang
Okay, I don't know what happened. Pero kanina naman okay naman to kanina. How about nung during the TLE class? May ganito rin kahina?
Opo.
opo.
So yun talaga yung normal niya, no? Yung ganitong class. Ito na siguro talaga yun. Okay. Ngayon, lumakas ba? Hindi. Lumakas hindi.
Konti po.
Okay,
Para
sige.
ko konti.
So we're going to use na lang this this kind of voice, okay? So medyo nag-amplify ako ng kaunti. Bawasan ko lang ng echo. May echo kasi. Okay, so sabi ko nga, last time we had, nung nagkaroon tayo ng PE discussion, ay pinag-usapan natin about ang physical fitness. Ngayon, para masasabi natin tayo physically fit, kailangan yung pag-exercise gawin nating hobby. But the question is, what is exercise muna? Exercise is a form of physical activity which involves systematic movements, utilizing certain body parts of organs, and at times exercise equipment and tools for the purpose of developing and promoting holistic health. So yan yung explanation ni book. But exercise is defined as any movement that makes your muscles work and requires your body to burn calories. So isa yan sa mga magandang explanation ng exercise, ano? So exercise daw ay movement, ano? Dinidefine siya as movement ng katawan na ginagawa niya, pinagtatrabaho niya, no? It makes your muscles work. At nire-require niya ang inyong katawan na makapagsunog o makapag-burn ng calories. Okay? So there are many types of physical activities na pwede niyong gawin. So kasama na rito, swimming. Yan. Sino ba nagsiswimming sa inyo? Iyon, no? Si Angel, si Kuya Uriel. Nagsiswimming daw sila. So isa yan sa swimming, pwede na rin gawin. Jogging. Yan, jogging. Walking, siyempre. Walking and dancing. So yan yung ilan lang, ano? Ilan sa mga pwedeng gawin natin para masasabi na tayo nag-exercise. So being active has been shown to have many health benefits. So parehas yan both mentally and physically. Right? Kasi exercise also is an important part of our daily lives. So we shall discuss its basic principles for its proper applications, as well as for more accurate and positive effects of wellness. Can you please bring up your assignments? Si Uriel nga lang wala. Assignments, please.
Ano po assignment?
Research ng January 5th. Questions ay, what is exercise? What are the basic principles of exercise? And cite examples of basic exercises. So yung tanong ko ngayon dito, so what are the principles of exercise?
Sir Yman, nasa Google Classroom po yun.
Yes, nasa Google Classroom.
Ay, oo. Nasa Google Classroom.
O gagawin.
So ang tanong ko is, what are the principles of exercise? Si Mateo, ang sabi ko sa instructions, copy and answer the questions on your notebook. Ang ginawa mo rito, you just put your answers. Hindi mo na kinopya yung questions. So try to analyze, simpleng instructions, hindi tayo marunong umintindi. Copy and answer the questions to your notebook. Okay? So dapat pati yung questions makikita ko rin sa inyong notebook. Right? So who like to answer? Ano-ano yung mga principles of exercises? Yun ay question number 2.
Overload. Progressive overload. Recovery. Reversibility.
Maintenance. All right. So sayang may tumamang sagot dito, but hindi na nalagyan ng explanation, Okay lang naman. How about si Angel naman? What are your answers? Sa question number 2.
The principles of exercise, progression, overload, adaptation, and reversibility are why practicing frequently and consistently are so important if you want to improve your performance.
Yung una-unahan mong yung principle. Meron ka nilaktawan eh. Yung word before progression, ano yung word na yun?
Specificity.
Ano yan? Came from the root word specify. Specificity. Okay? Specify. So, okay naman, So, tama yung mga sagot nyo. So, yung first principle is called specificity. Okay, again, specificity, yung first natin. So, specificity is to train and exercise to develop specific abilities. So, kaya specificity kasi nga, mayroong specific abilities tayo na kailangan i-train. So, kaya tayo nag-training, kaya tayo nag-exercise kasi mayroon tayong kailangan i-develop na ability. Okay? So, example, ikaw ay isang athlete, ikaw ay isang atleta na ang iyong sports ay marathon or running. Okay? Running ang iyong sports. So anong kailangan mo? Anong exercise ang kailangan mong gawin? Kung ikaw ay nagti-training for your marathon. Tinga, anyone? Uy. Uy.
Push up.
So anong exercise ang kailangan nyong gawin kung kayo ay isang marathon? Magja-jumping jack ba kayo? Magja-jackstone? Magja-Chinese garter? Ano sa tingin nyo? Kayo ay isang nagmamarathon. So, tumatakbo kayo sa field. So, anong klaseng exercise ang gagawin nyo?
Push-ups po.
Push-ups? Hindi pa dikit, ano? Hindi siya kadikit pa nung ano. But push-ups, pwede yan. But hindi siya exactly para doon. Marathon? Ano ba ginagawa ng mga nagmamarathon? Uy. Diba tumatakbo sila? So, siyempre, kung running ang kanilang sports, so yun din ang gagawin nilang training. Diba? We're going to run laps. Magpapaikot-ikot sa oval. Diba? Tatakbo sa oval. So, yun. So, kung halimbawa naman, ikaw yung swimmer, so ano namang klaseng exercise ang gagawin mo? Swimmer. Uy, anong exercise ng mga swimmers?
Naglalangay po.
Iyon. So paglalangoy din ang gagawin mo. You're going to swim laps. Diba? Kasi you need to train yourself in a specific ability. Diba? So of course, if you're a swimmer, you're going to swim laps. Yun ang exercise mo. If you're a marathon, so magkano ka tatakbo. So yun ibig sabihin ng specificity. So second is progression. So this means the level of difficulty of the exercise must gradually increase. Right? So the purpose of this is to maximize and develop further one's potentials. So kung halimbawa ano ka ngayon, nag-push up ka, okay? You're doing push-ups. Ang nagawa mo today is 10. So bukas, dapat pag nag-push-ups ka, hindi dapat bababa sa 10. Hanggat sa maaari madagdagan pa, gawin mong 11 or 12. Di ba? So that's progression. Dadagdagan mo yung okay, mali pala. Okay, progression. So, di ba, pinagawa ko sa inyo yung shoulder shrugs, right? Shoulder shrugs, di ba? Pinagawa ko sa inyo. So, yan, wala pa kayong buhat-buhat, di ba? So, next time, yung progression nyo, yung difficulty, tataasan nyo. So, pwede nyo gawin next time, instead na 10 counts, gagawin yung 20 counts. Or, gagamit kayo ng dumbbell. You know dumbbell? Yun yung mga weights na binubuhat. Okay? So instead na mag-gano'n lang kayo, so hawak-hawak yung dumbbell. Diba? Siyempre may bigat yun. So makaka-apekto yung bigat nun doon sa resistance ninyo. So baka mamaya yung dating ginagawa nyo 20 counts, baka ang kaya nyo gawin 10 counts lang pag may kasama ng dumbbell. Right? So that's progression. So for a beginner, a week or more or less, rigid exercises can serve as warm-up lang. Then, there will be a gradual increase of exercise depending on the individual strength and endurance level. So sabi ko nga ganun, ano? Pwede ka magsimula sa walang weights na hawak. The next time, may weights ka na. Kasi nga, yung strength mo ay tumaas na yung level ng strength mo. So next time, halimbawa yung dumbbell mo, ang gamit nga, 8 pounds. So sa susunod, pwede mo tagtagan, pwede mo nang gawin 12 pounds. Yung ano mo, yung dumbbell. Tapos magiging 20 pounds, di ba? So tataasan mo yung binubuhat mo. Right? So next is overload. So may sumagot sa inyo overload, di ba? Hindi ito yung chocolate cake, ha? Yung chocolate bar cake, hindi ito. Okay, overload. Overload, so sabi dyan, the individual has to do more of what he can take and make in order to benefit more. So sa progression, magdagdag ka ng weights. Di ba? Sa overload, magdadagdag ka ngayon ng bilang. So yung example ko is push up. So kung nagpo-push up ka, nagawa mo ngayon is 10. Sa susunod mong pagpo-push up, dadagdagan mo na, gagawin mong 11, gagawin mong 12. Hanggang sa makarami ka na. Kung ang limit mo ay halimbawa is 10 lang, so pilitin mo na maabot yung 10, tapos kailangan maabot yung 10, tapos pilitin mong madagdagan. Right? So it means that the individual is asked to stretch his limits for him to gain more in the long run. Isa pa ulit, let's say, for example, an athlete, and the longest run that you ever did was 10K. Di ba? May mga 10K run, 10 kilometers. So applying overload means you will run for more than 10K. So you can do like 10.5K or 11K. So you stretch your limit, which is 10K to 11K for you to be able to gain more. Diba? So instead na 10K lang yung tinakbo mo, dadagdagan mo yung takbo, gagawin mo 11K. So you will gain more for doing overload. Pero siyempre, kung sa tingin mo ay hindi na kaya ng katawan mo, huwag naman sobra, di ba? Alright. Any question? Wala na? So, okay. Meron pa sunod yan. So the next principle is what we call reversibility. So the high possibility of losing the effects of previous training because of extended rest intervals. Reversibility, ano yung reverse?
Pabalik.
Yung pabalik, ano? So sabi dito, the high possibility of losing the effects. Mawawala raw yung mawawala yung mga, mahasayang na yung mga mo, yung mga training mo before. Kumaga, di ba meron sabihan, as the saying goes, if you don't use it, you will lose it. Kapag hindi mo ginamit, mawawala ito sa'yo. Okay? For my example earlier, you're an athlete. Diba? You're an athlete who can run a 10K long. Kaya mong tumakbo ng 10K. But then you suddenly stopped. You suddenly stopped running and just played COD, nagmo-mobile legends lang at home, or Facebook na lang at home, di ba? Pero before, kayang-kaya mo tumakbo 10K. So if you don't use it, you will lose it. Mawawala sa iyo yung kalakas ng katawan na kayang tumakbo ng 10K. So the long duration of inactivity will diminish the physiological effects of previous exercise. So kapag sinubukan mo ulit tumakbo, baka wala pang 2K, hinihingal ka na. So what will happen now? You will be ending to restart your training from the beginning in order to recover. Magsisimula ka uli sa pinakaunang training mo hanggang sa kayanin mo na uling tumakbo ng 10K. So ganun din sa weightlifting. For example, weightlifting. Dati nakakabuhat ka na ng halimbawa ay umaabot ng 50 kilos. Okay? Tapos dahil nga ikaw ay nag-progression, yung 50 kilos ginawa mong 60 kilos na. So galing nakakabuhat na 60 kilos. 'Di ba? Hanggang sa umabot na ng sabihin natin nakakabuhat ka ng 80. Lakas mo na, 80 kilos na. Okay? But then, tumigil ka sa pagbubuhat. Yung strength mo ng pagbubuhat, mawawala sa iyo yun kasi tumigil ka na. So baka nga next time, bumubuhat ka ng 50 kilos, hirap ka na. Kasi yung strength mo nawala na. Okay? So that's reversibility. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Kapag hindi mo ginamit, mawawala ito sa iyo. Right? So, fifth principle tayo. Fifth principle is what we call train and maintain. So, one must exercise or work out regularly using the same intensity while reducing the frequency or duration in order to maintain current fitness level. So this one is quite, or halimbawa, sabi, you're going to work out regularly, sabi nakalagay dyan, ano? This one is quite connected with reversibility. So kanina, ang magka-connect ay overload at saka progression. Yung progression, nagdadagdag ka ng level of exercise. Okay? Tapos yung ano naman, yung overload, dinadagdagan mo naman yung haba at bilang ng iyong exercise. Okay? Yung reversibility, kapag hindi mo ginamit, mawawala ito sa iyo. Yung train and maintain ay connected naman dito, no? So mangyayari kasi, para hindi mawala yung fitness sa iyo or para hindi mawala yung fitness level, yung fitness daw. So para hindi mawala yung fitness level na na-reach mo na ngayon. So kailangan yung workout mo tuloy-tuloy lang. Right? Lagi mong gagawin. Kasi pag itinigil mo, posibleng bumaba yung fitness level mo. Kaya dapat diretso lang yung ginagawa mong exercises. Yung ginagawa mong training. Huwag mong bababaan ng intensity. Hanggat sa maaari, same intensity, pero sa mas mababang oras na. Halimbawa, 10K run ulit. 10K run, ha? So, dati, ang 10K run natatakbo ng loob ng 1 hour. So, sa loob ng isang oras, ay makakatakbo ka ng 10 kilometers. So, dapat sa susunod, kung halimbawa natakbo ka ulit ng 10K, sana mababawasan yung 1 hour, maging 50 minutes, tapos maging 45 minutes. Yan, diba? So, same intensity, but lower duration. So that's train and maintain para hindi ka mapunta sa reversibility. Alright? Next. Question pala muna. Baka may question ulit. Alright. Sige. Go tayo, na? Tuloy-tuloy lang. Anyway, halos sabay-sabay naman kami na Miss Marlene na nagklase. Okay, next. Pang-anim na principle. Ang tinatawag nating FITT. FITT or frequency, intensity, time, and type. So the totality of all the other principles. So yung 5 principles, papasok na yun lahat sa pang-anim. Pinagsama-sama yan dyan. Kumbaga, the principle of it is, it represents the best possible research are achieved. So if proper and accurate fit are applied sa isang atleta, sa isang individual. Okay, so fit stands for frequency. Okay, frequency. Ito yung tinatawag na how often do you exercise? Gaano ka ba kadalas nag-exercise? Intensity. How hard do you exercise? Okay, again, frequency. How often do you exercise? Intensity. How hard do you exercise? Time. How long do you exercise? Fourth, yung type is what activities do you do? So all of these pieces are interconnected and have to be considered as a whole. Kaya pinasok siya, pinag-isa-isa siya, ginawang fit. So again, ano ulit frequency? How what? Ano ibig sabihin ng frequency? Ano ba yan? So sabi ko nga, how often do you exercise? Okay? Gaano kadalas nag-exercise? Intensity. Ano yung sa intensity naman? How blank do you exercise? Intensity means how blank do you exercise? Ano yung blank? Uy. Naunawaan niyo ba, Sir Yman?
Opo.
How flat? How what? How blank? How blank do you exercise? Intensity. Yung frequency kasi is how often do you exercise? Right? Again, yung intensity is how often or how often do you exercise? Pagdating naman sa time, sorry. Frequency is how often, di ba? Intensity, ano intensity naman? Nasa chat box na intensity. Nako, nawala. Nawala na itong mga to. Taglish na nga tayo. Taglish na yung ating discussion. Pag sinabing frequency, gaano ka kakadalas nag-exercise? Gaano ka kadalas nag-ehersisyo? Intensity, gaano kabigat ang iyong ehersisyo? How hard is your exercise? Okay? Time. Ano yung time?
How long do you exercise?
Yun. How long you exercise ng time. And lastly, o yung how long yung each session, ano? Instead na you exercise, how long is each session? And yung type, ano naman ang type? Type is what activities do you do? Ano-ano ba yung mga activities na ginagawa mo? Right? So yun na, yun ang mga pasok sa ating FITT. So please tell me what are the six principles of exercise? Ang sabi ng isa?
Specify.
Specificity. Hindi, specificity yun, ano? Para may makopya kayo. Frequency is how often you exercise. Intensity is how hard you exercise. Time is how long each session lasts and what time of day you exercise. Kasama yung what time of day. And type is what activities you do. Okay, so Hermione, specificity. Ano pa yung isa? Ano pa? Magsabi pa kayo.
Progression.
Progression. Sige, what else? Dalawa na. Overload. Dalawa lang sa dyan, eh? Wala tayong boys? Next. Uy, ano pa? Anim yun. Tatlo pa lang nasasabi nyo. Ano yan?
Reversibility.
Reversibility. Dalawa pa.
Train and maintain.
Train and maintain. Okay? Last. Ano yung last? Ano yung last natin? Uy. Ano yung last? Tinatawagan po ng pansin, sina Mateo at Sir Yel. Ano yung last natin? The sixth principle of exercises. Kung saan pinagsama-sama yung 5 principles. Pinagsama-sama doon.
FITT po.
Yun, FITT. Right. O Mateo, you have a chance. Ano ibig sabihin ng FITT? What does FITT stands for? Nako, hindi yata nakikinig. Nasa chat box na ang FITT. Iisa-isahin mo na lang yung nasa chat box. Nako, wala. Maubos ang oras natin. Sige, ano yung FITT? Anyone? Ano yung F?
Frequency.
Frequency. Ano yung I? Maiksi lang yung klase natin. Yun lang ang klase natin for today. Hindi po kayo nag-focus. Intensity. Next. Yung dalawang T.
Time.
Time and
Type.
type. Narinig mo pa tayo kung ano. O, ano ulit yung apat? Ano yung ibig sabihin ng FITT? F-I-T-T.
Intensity.
No, let Mateo answer. Ano ulit yung sabihin ng FITT? Ano yung its letters? F-I-T-T. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng F-I-T-T? Kakasabi lang na Uriel tsaka ng Hermione. Were you listening or not? F is frequency. I is intensity. T is time. Another T is type. O, ulitin mo lang. Ano yung F-I-T-T?
Frequency.
Okay?
Time.
I mo na I.
Ano pa?
Letter I.
Intensity.
Intensity. Okay? T.
Time. Time. Type.
Type. Okay. Okay, next question. So, in FITT, sa frequency, intensity, time, and type, alin doon ang how long is each session? Alin doon sa apat na yon? How long is each session of your
Time.
exercise? Time. Okay, ano naman yung what activities do you do?
Type.
Type. How often do you exercise?
Frequency.
And how hard is your exercise?
Intensity.
All right, so yun ano, dapat malinaw sa inyo ha. So there will be a quiz on Monday. Pagkatapos ng quiz, diretso na tayo ng health. Health na kagad tayo, okay? So on Monday, short quiz about our discussion today and then followed by health na kagad, okay? All right.
Health lang po.